Snakes have venom. Spiders have venom. Scorpions, jellyfish, frogs, even some snails have venom. Nature is full of animals that can send you to the hospital with a bite, sting, or touch. But mammals? Mammals seem to have somehow missed the memo on venom production. No venomous lions, no toxic rabbits, no venomous elephants. Or is there? Because if you look closer, there actually are a few mammals that produce venom. They're rare, bizarre, and honestly pretty bad at it. But they exist, and that's exactly what makes the question even more interesting. Why are venomous mammals so incredibly rare, while venomous reptiles and insects lurk around every corner? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at why mammals got left behind in evolution's great venom race, and which brave exceptions exist anyway. Let's start with the most important clarification. There actually are venomous mammals. Not many, but a few. The most famous is the platypus. Yes, this Australian animal that looks like an evolutionary joke, a duck beaver with a beaver tail and venom spurs. Male platypuses have hollow spurs on their hind legs connected to a venom gland. The venom can't kill a human, but it causes extreme pain, swelling, and sometimes weeks of paralysis. Not fun. Then there are a few shrew species that produce venomous saliva. Their bite paralyzes small prey like insects and worms. For humans, it's harmless, but for a mouse, deadly. The slow loris, a cute primate with huge eyes, also has a venom gland at its elbow. It licks the venom and mixes it with saliva before biting. The result can trigger allergic shocks. Cute, but dangerous. And there are a few mole species, hedgehog relatives, and even some bats that experiment with venom. But that's pretty much it. Of over 6,000 mammal species, maybe a dozen have some form of venom. By comparison, there are over 600 venomous snake species, thousands of venomous spiders, and countless venomous insects. Mammals are the outsiders in the venom club. But why? Why has evolution treated mammals so poorly when it comes to venom? The answer lies in the way mammals live, hunt, and defend themselves. First, mammals are warm-blooded. That means they need a lot of energy to keep their body temperature constant. Producing venom also costs energy, and not a little. The proteins, enzymes, and chemical components that make up an effective venom are expensive to build. For a mammal that already has high energy demands, that's a bad investment. Snakes, on the other hand, are cold-blooded. They can go weeks without eating. Their metabolism runs on low. For them, venom is an efficient hunting method. One bite, wait, done. No fight, no energy loss. Second, mammals have developed better weapons. Claws, teeth, muscles, speed, intelligence. A lion doesn't need venom. It has paws and a killer bite. A wolf hunts in a pack, coordinated, strategic. A bear is simply huge and strong. For most mammals, venom is simply unnecessary. They've developed more effective methods to hunt and defend themselves. Third, venom is risky. Most venoms are proteins, and proteins are unstable. They have to be stored in special glands, protected from the body's own immune system, and injected at the right moment. That requires specialized anatomy. Snakes have hollow fangs. Scorpions have stingers. Spiders have chelicerae. Mammals have none of that. Their teeth are for chewing, not for injecting. To develop an effective venom system, they'd have to rebuild their entire anatomy. That's evolutionarily expensive. And then there's the matter of parental care. Mammals invest an enormous amount of time and energy in their offspring. They carry their babies in the womb for months, nurse them, protect them, teach them how to survive. Venom would actually be dangerous here. Imagine a mother accidentally biting her own baby, or the venom getting into breast milk. For animals that interact so closely with their offspring, venom is a risk. Reptiles and insects don't have this problem. A snake lays eggs and disappears. The babies hatch alone and have to be independent immediately. No physical contact, no danger of self-poisoning. For them, venom is a safe option. But there's another aspect that's often overlooked. Mammals are social. Many live in groups, packs, herds. They communicate, cooperate, share resources. Venom is a lone wolf weapon. It works best for animals that hunt alone or defend themselves alone. A wolf in a pack doesn't need venom. It has its siblings. A lion in a pride has backup. Venom would almost be antisocial there. Interestingly, the few venomous mammals are often loners. The platypus is a loner, shrews are loners, the slow loris is nocturnal and lives alone. Maybe that's not a coincidence. Maybe venom only works in mammals when they're not dependent on social support. And then there's the question of evolution itself. Venom isn't something you just develop out of nowhere. It takes millions of years, mutations, selection pressure. In snakes, venom developed early, probably over 100 million years ago. Since then, they've had time to perfect it, diversify it, develop it in hundreds of different directions. Mammals are evolutionarily younger. They've had less time, and when they appeared, they'd already developed other successful strategies. So why venom? It's a bit like asking, why haven't humans developed wings? Because we found other ways to get around. We have legs, tools, vehicles. Wings would be nice, but unnecessary. For mammals, venom is the same thing. Nice, but unnecessary. But here comes the twist. Some researchers believe there were more venomous mammals in the past. Fossils suggest that some extinct mammals may have had venom glands. Maybe venom was once more common, but then got replaced by better strategies. Or maybe the venomous mammals simply went extinct because they weren't competitive. Evolution isn't a plan, it's an experiment. Some ideas catch on, others disappear. For mammals, venom apparently wasn't a success story. But for a few bizarre outsiders like the platypus, it still works. So why are there no venomous mammals? The short answer, there are, but they're rare. The long answer, mammals have developed better options. Venom is expensive, risky, and simply not optimal for their lifestyle. They have claws, teeth, intelligence, social structures. Why venom when you have a pack? But the fact that a few mammals try it anyway shows that evolution never stops experimenting. Maybe in a few million years there will be more venomous mammals. Or maybe venom will disappear from them completely. Who knows? One thing's for sure, nature has a sense of humor. It creates an animal that looks like a joke and then gives it venom too. The platypus is living proof that evolution sometimes just says, why not? So stay curious, and if you like evolutionary puzzles like this, subscribe to the channel because this is where your curiosity gets satisfied. And if you've ever wondered why you always forget things you wanted to grab after entering another room, or why you suddenly burst into tears in moments of pure joy, then you'll find the answer in these two videos. Check them out and enjoy!